Hello everyone, my name is Jack Harnish, and in this video I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm from Lancaster, which is about exactly an hour away from this university. I grew up with my mom, my dad, and my sister. My sister is 6 years older than me, and she's an aerospace engineer working in Washington, D.C. She ended up getting the math genes and I did not, which is why I'm in remedial algebra right now and studying music. So I was brought up in a fairly musical family, with my mom being a singer and playing flute in high school, and my sister picking up the violin in 4th grade. Naturally, I followed in my sister's footsteps and wanted to play a string instrument too, so I chose the bass when I reached 4th grade. One of my greatest inspirations, as with everyone else, was my school directors. I've also been really motivated by some of my out-of-school orchestra conductors, because playing under great conductors is really a great reference point for things that I'll need to improve at and work towards. I've also played drums and marching band since my junior year of high school. Marching band is one of the big reasons that I decided to attend Westchester. And then other than music, I've got a lot of different hobbies. I like to hyperfixate for a couple months to a year on a hobby, and I've ended up becoming pretty knowledgeable about some random stuff along the years. I lived on a farmette growing up, which is a little farm, so I was able to tend to animals and learn to appreciate the hard work that goes along with maintaining an animal's health. Although I'm allergic to dander, so I can't be around large animals without my eyes swelling up and my nose running, I've still learned a good bit about the farm life. My dad was also an auto mechanic for several years, so he taught me about car maintenance, such as oil changes, replacing brake pads, and other things. He also taught me my love for hunting and fishing. Here's a picture of a catfish that I caught, and then here's a picture of a smallmouth bass that I caught too. While my mom didn't necessarily teach me about auto maintenance, she did introduce me to other things that I really enjoy nowadays. She taught me how to cook and would agree to buy me ingredients so that I could cook dinner. She appreciated it when she didn't have to cook every night, and I appreciated the experience and feedback gained from cooking by myself. Now for the multitude of hobbies I've introduced myself to. One of my hobbies is collecting fountain pens and ink. And before you say, "Why would you spend so much on a pen? That's crazy," let me ask you why you would spend $1,000 on a phone. It's something you use every day, and you definitely get what you pay for. I've been collecting pens since 8th grade, and although my collection isn't too impressive, I'm still proud of it. I also love listening to music, with some of my favorite genres being EDM, metal, jazz fusion, and classical. Here's a video where I went to a metal concert. The band playing here is called August Burns Red, and they hail from Lancaster, where I'm from, so they play a Christmas concert in the city about 10 minutes from my house every year. In this video, I went to a Jacob Collier concert. If you haven't had the opportunity to see Jacob Collier live, it's ridiculous. He just plays basically every instrument at a stupidly high level. And then this next video here was my 18th birthday gift. This was my first ever EDM concert that I had went to. It was in Washington, D.C., and I went with my sister. I'm also really into computers. Here's a few pictures of me building my PC that I have in my dorm right now. And video games also go hand in hand with computers, so I play a good bit of video games, mainly Apex Legends, Minecraft, and some Call of Duty. I've also gotten into building mechanical keyboards for my computers, including this one that I built exclusively for college. I also built this one several years ago. Another hobby of mine during the winter months is skiing. I've been skiing for almost 6 years now, and I go at least once every winter. Here's a picture with me, my dad, and my sister. And then here's a couple pictures from a school ski trip to Vermont. The clip that rolled in the beginning is from that Vermont trip, going through the woods. I also mainly play two sports, tennis, which I played for about 4 years in high school, and then my favorite sport, disc golf. I've been playing disc golf for about a year and a half, and it's by far my favorite hobby. Here's a video of me throwing a drive. And that shot went about 430 feet. I try to apply my enjoyment for these hobbies to the less fun parts of my life, like practicing instruments, homework, and even just going to classes and participating. I think of where I will be in the future if I'm consistent with practicing and keeping a good GPA. From my playing to all my hobbies, I find my motivation in life through the potential of where I could be in the future. I'm motivated to work to become a better version of myself. If you'd like to know more about my hobbies, I have more than just the ones I said here, or more about myself, don't be shy to ask. Thanks for watching.